Hoop It Up starts now on WSBT with Pete Byrne and Carl Devenbaugh.
Good evening, folks. A brand new season of WSBT's Hoop It Up starts tonight. High school basketball is a little more than a month old, and several area teams have gotten off to good starts. Over the next 15 minutes, we will have highlights from all over Michiana. We'll also take you to the emotional ceremony at South Bend Clay, where the Colonial family plays tribute to the late Chad Hudnall. But we begin tonight with a showdown atop the Northern Lakes Conference. Northridge has gotten off to a fantastic start. They are 8-1, and tonight they host perennial league power Warsaw. So we head on out to Middlebury, where the crowd is fired up for this one, as well they should be. But Warsaw grabs the early lead. Rashawn Jackson checks his feet, sees he's behind the line, and knocks down the three. Warsaw takes the lead. Same combo again. Jordan Stuckey finds Jackson for another three, and the Tigers were rolling. But back comes Northridge. They do it with their defense. Pete Smith with the steal, and he takes it all the way for the basket, and he's fouled. The old-fashioned three-point play, and that would spark the Raiders. The fans fired up. Tom Morrison knocks down the three from the far wing. Northridge comes back, and they win a game that turns out to be as good as advertised. 58-56, the final. Raiders victorious. Over at Elkhart's Northside Gym, Memorial hosting Plymouth tonight. Second half, close score. Cameron Maxwell drains the three. That actually gives the Chargers a 1-point lead, but back comes Plymouth. Great interior pass from Tom Felke to Tyler England for the bucket. Then Felke is going to do it himself, spins, and takes it to the hoop for two more as Plymouth has the lead. But tonight ultimately belongs to Memorial. Mark Barnheiser's team looking strong. A.J. Gary rolls right, passes baseline to Austin Miller, who drives and hits the little runner close to the basket. And then it's Dimitri Geiger for two, and the foul. Another old-fashioned three-point play. Memorial beats Plymouth tonight by a count of 60-46. Moving on in the NIC, the Penn Kingsmen are still undefeated and now ranked 4th in the state in Class 4A. Tonight they host South Bend St. Joe in a great conference matchup of two teams with winning records. Big crowd over at the Penn Palace tonight. We pick it up in the second quarter. William Doslak, hot from the outside. He knocks down the three. Start of a big night for him. On the other end, Green and Sullivan finds Matt Gergely, who pulls up from long range. This was a close game, just a 6-point game at the half, but Penn would pull away in the second half, and Doslak was a big reason why. He drives baseline and scores. He had 19. Jordan Geist had 23. And Penn wins it tonight 86-72. Meanwhile, Riley looking to stay unbeaten in the NIC as they visit Marion. The Knights taking the floor tonight, intent on the win, and they look good. Karan Marks starts the game off with the three from the top of the key. On the other end, Jamari Washington rejected by Devin Kennedy, but Washington gets his own rebound and puts it back up for two. Marion's Jake Whitfield left open for three, and he makes them pay. Marion goes on to win tonight over Riley. Final score 62-56. Well, as we told you tonight at 6 o'clock, it's a very emotional night at South Bend Clay. This fall, longtime Colonial Chad Hudnall lost his battle with cancer. Hudnall had been a baseball and basketball coach at his alma mater for many, many years, and of course was a member of the 1994 state championship basketball winning squad. Tonight, the Colonial community honored his memory by retiring his number 14 before their game against Washington.
Though Chad's not with us tonight, but we all know his spirit lives forever in our hearts and in our minds. It's number 14 forever, forever Columbia.
Chad's wife Kathy, his 4 children, there as his number 14 permanently retired. Clay coach Joe Huppenthal, and of course we saw Hall of Fame coach Tom DeBates, just a few who spoke tonight in Hudnall's honor. And Clay's played very inspired basketball to begin the game. Martavius Richmond hits the jumper in transition as Clay would take the early lead. Later, it's T.J. Hersey who connects from long range, and that puts the Colonials up by double digits. But Washington would make a furious rally in this game, fueled by Travion Johnson. The big guy throws it down on the fast break. Washington comes back to win tonight, 81-68. And the reigning WSBT Outstanding Student Athlete of the Week, there he is, Terry Davis, leading South Bend Adams tonight against Elkhart Central. Adams got a big lift from Brandon Watley. First, the swat on defense for Watley. That was nice. Then watch him on the other end with the crossover, then changes hands in midair and scores for the basket. Adams up in the second half, but Central fighting hard to get back in it. Trayton Harris drives, gets the friendly roll as Central cuts into the lead, but then Davis takes over. going to steal the pass, go all the way in for two. Could have dunked it, but just goes with the easy layup instead. Adams wins at 78-62. Longtime John Glenn athletic director, coach, and teacher Mike Clark will receive the Falcon Award tomorrow night during Glenn's varsity boys basketball game against Triton. Clark coached track and cross country at Glenn for more than a decade, winning numerous championships, both conference, sectional, and in the county. We've got to take a quick time out right now, but when we come back here on Hoop It Up, the action continues north of the state line. We'll head to Michigan for a pair of heated rivalries when Hoop It Up returns.